Hello, and today we'll be taking a look at Crash Twinsanity. I found an old prototype disc for the PS2 from nearly a year before the game was released, so it'll be interesting to see. It's just the hub from the and the first kind of level layout from the game. So it'll be interesting to see just how it stacks up compared to the final version. So let's take a look. Okay, so here's the kind of opening hub and first level. First glance looks pretty similar to the final game, but let's have a look around, see what we can see. Okay, so a couple of crates, that all seems to work. Butterflies. Doesn't seem to be many enemies. Let's take a look, let's just check the date on this build and see how long ago it was, or how far before the game released it was. Okay, so that's December the 4th, 2003. So a good probably 8 or 9 months before it released, or before we submitted it for release. Okay, we've got some monkeys which you can hit. Tree. They dropped the one out the tree. All good. I don't think there's many of the puzzles. I don't think there's any of the puzzles really. Looking around here, it's pretty empty. Well, maybe this is a puzzle area. Some crabs to hit. Okay, he's got his slide move, which works. Lots of enemies to hit spawning around. Looks pretty empty around here though. So, got the little interactive birds. More crabs to hit. Interesting to hear the music's very different as well. You can hear the music is not anything like the final game music, which was done in a cappella style. This is a more traditional kind of piece of Crash music. So this looks like some sort of puzzle is at least laid out here. Oh, but that's timed out already, so it's obviously not final. So obviously you'd move that up to the top here, put it in the hole. Let's have a look. Again, looks pretty empty around here. Let's see if there's anything. Okay, there's another seed over here. Let's see if we can get this one up this ramp. Looks a shorter distance to push it, so with any luck we can, yeah, okay, so that works. Plant the tree. Oh, looks like birds flocking overhead as well. So they've got in here quite a few of the kind of graphical touches, like the flocks of birds in the sky there, kind of the sunbeams, the ocean, little interactive creatures, background scenery. But let's now that I've died, let's have a look at the main level section. So this looks pretty similar to the final game. Always love that sequence. It's just so cool. What I will do is get into the debug menu, give myself a lot more lives, just in case. And let's have a look. Okay, so pretty similar layout. That TNT didn't go off straight away. Okay, interesting. Not sure why. Okay, let's jump over here. Yeah, there's the skunk. Now I think the skunk in the final game teaches you to do a double jump here, but doesn't do anything yet. Crabs to hit. There's the mask. Okay, physics worked. He smashed a few crates there as he hit them. Always find these jumps so tricky, but that is, after all, what his Crash game is known for. So I think this is fairly similar to the final game, but I think in the surrounding areas it's all hemmed in. There's no off-the-trail secrets or things to collect. So we'll head in here. The lighting looks pretty dark in here, and there's not particles coming off those like there is in the final game. But then again, this is 9 months out, so you'd expect this. Oh, good, a checkpoint. I got caught on the terrain there. That's interesting. So it literally can't walk out of the tunnel without jumping. That may be a level boundary. The game streamed chunks, and so it may be that's a boundary coming out the cave, and that's at this point in the build they had issues with the collision there. Okay, so that move works. Again, I think in the final game Neo is around here to give you hints about how to avoid those sorts of things. Okay, there's Neo again. Obviously none of the voiceover's been done yet, but these little instructional cutscenes are in, at least some of them, which I really liked. They're just a fun way of showing you what you should be doing and teaching you the controls early on. Okay. Do some bouncing. Again, no secret stuff off path as far as I can see. No, nothing that way. Let's continue onwards. Okay, so this is the same puzzle with the TNT crate to knock over the tree. Need to line myself up here. Oh, there we go. But this one is different. The final game had a remote kind of TNT plunger that blew up some nitro, whereas this is the same. It's a duplicate of the first puzzle we just saw. Okay, again, let's line up before I run across here. Don't really want to restart. Okay, again, no real hidden bits around here. Also found the camera pretty hard to control. Feels like it's controls are opposite to what I would imagine. Okay, checkpoint, it's always good. Okay. So Neo's stopped halfway across the bridge, and this doesn't look like it's continuing. So I'm going to just go back to the checkpoint, and that may well be a bug in the final, in this build. And the music has stopped working too. Okay, well, let's go round Neo and see if I can get past without triggering his cutscene. Find out what's going on. Let's see. Can I get a view? Yep. So there's Neo. He's going to run across that bridge. There's kind of a shadow on the bridge. Let's have a look. I can walk across the bridge. Yeah, there's some invisible terrain here stopping Neo going past. And I think in the final game a tree trunk swings down and knocks him off here anyway. So I guess that's work in progress, but I'll try and continue down the level without triggering that sequence. Probably carefully. This looks like a place I could die. Certainly don't want to have to go back to the checkpoint and sneak around again. Okay, they don't smash, which is probably correct. Okay. Okay, now in the final game I think this was a skunk, and it's kind of a spiky tortoise. Now it makes sense being a spiky tortoise because that means you wouldn't kill it the normal way. You would slide at it like that and knock it. Whereas with the skunk you could just spin and kill it and not actually get past those maybe. So I actually quite like the spiky tortoise. I'm not quite sure. I can't really remember why we changed that. Okay. Funny joke. Still like that. And then down here is where the first boss fight would be. But it looks a little empty around here. Oh. And the game has crashed. So I guess that's as far as this demo build goes, which is interesting to see. So a lot of it's the same layout. I mean, even the same Wampa placement for the main route, even though it was so far before it was released. But it was interesting to see how many things were still there, and obviously how much was missing beyond the paths, and things like that. So, okay, interesting flashback. I've found other PS2 discs, so let me know in the comments if you want me to do more of these Crash Twinsanity prototypes. I've found more bits and pieces of most of the levels. And as always, if you've enjoyed this video, leave a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe, click the bell or whatever it is YouTube insists you're doing now, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.